This individual that kept pushing your buttons finally got their buttons pressed. Okay? You were dealing with this person that liked to poke the bear. They wanted to continuously poke the bear at people where everything could be fine, everything could be cool, everything is chill, gentle, settled, and then out of nowhere this individual comes around and starts poking the bear with you or with others. They like to nose scratch confirmation. They like to stir up conflict and arguments with people just because when they're bored or when they are feeling triggered or when they are overwhelmed by their own emotions and their own mental turmoil, their own internal storm, they will go and pull other people into their storm. This is the type of person that has poked the bear way too many times to other people until finally it came back to bite them. And then you know what? Now, the thing about it is, this person, they couldn't even be honest with themselves and with other people because this person is just full of lies. Because basically what has happened is this person kept poking the bear at people until finally they poked the bear with somebody that they shouldn't have crossed. Because everybody else, that they would poke the bear at other people and everybody else would kind of just ignore it. They would just dismiss them, not deal with them. They would just turn the other cheek, leave that person where they were, and they would just move on and not even give this person their time of day. They wouldn't even engage. They would barely give this person their energy. Like, they would just ignore the person. As many times as they kept poking the bear, all these other people that they were poking would just ignore them. So because they were not getting a reaction out of people, because of the certain people that they were provoking chose not to react, they gave a no reaction for their reaction. Now, this person got a little bit spoiled with how people were reacting to them because they're like, I could just keep on poking and no one's going to say anything. I could just keep doing this to everybody and no one's going to say anything. Until finally, they poked the bear with the wrong person. The person that they poked and provoked was not really for the game. They wasn't going to play with them. They weren't going to let this person play in their face. They weren't about to just sit there and just ignore what this person had done. They weren't going to sit up there and just dismiss them or invalidate them. They're like, no, you come over here and go out of your way to antagonize me, to chastise me, to stir up conflict with me, you're going to get exactly what you asked for. But be aware, because what you are asking for, you don't want. The heat that you're about to get, you're not asking for that smoke, baby. You don't want the smoke. But yet you're about to get it because of what you have done. So what happened is that they basically met their match. They ran into, you know how they say, you gonna run into the wrong person, which is really gonna be the right person. Basically saying, you gonna run into the wrong person that is not gonna want to deal with what you're dealing with, what you're dishing out, and they're gonna give you the response that you're looking for. They're not gonna care about any excuse that you're making as to why you're treating people this way. They're gonna look at this as, you are personally attacking me, you are disrespecting me. Why, when I've done nothing to you? Now I'm going to deal with you. Now I'm going to handle you. Now I'm going to respond to your disrespect. Now I'm going to get disrespectful back with you so that you can know not to come over here and disrespect me. I'm going to check you. I'm going to confront you to let you know that you're not going to come over here and do this again. That will be your last and final time you will do this to me. It's basically the energy that this other person was in, right? And what has happened is that the person that constantly kept poking the bear, that like they poked the bear with you and then they poke the bear with this other person, the person that is the antagonizer, the one that's going around poking the bear, they got so humbled by the people that confronted them and stood up to them and called them out on their nonsense. Basically, this person got completely shut down. Like, all of the stuff that they have been doing has backfired because now people are basically checking them and confronting them and letting them know, like, the only reason why you continue to do this is because people have not checked you yet. but I'm not them. I will check you for what you have done. You're not going to go around here being disrespectful. You're going to stop, or else there will be consequences. Yes, this person that was poking the bear, they did get threatened. They did get threatened to receive some type of consequence if they were to continue to do what they have been doing. Now, this needed to happen because the person that's constantly poking the bear has zero empathy for people, little respect for people, and they're constantly disrespecting others and stirring up conflict and disturbing people's peace. They're stirring up conflict when there wasn't any. They're disturbing people's peace when people are just trying to live their lives. This person is making other people's lives miserable because their life is miserable. They're bringing misery to others. Misery loves company. They're hurting others because they're hurt. And it's gotten to a point where it's getting ridiculous because this person is using their hurt as an excuse to go hurt other people. They're using their mental illness as a crutch as to why they treat people a certain way. But it's at a point now where it's like everyone is like, I'm sick of the excuses. I'm tired of all the excuses that you make. You're very aware of your mental illness. You're very aware of your issues, but yet you continue to choose to provoke people. You continue to choose to treat people a certain way. This has nothing to do with your mental illness or your hurt. This has everything to do with your character and who you are as a person and how you want to treat people. Because our character is a reflection upon how we treat other people. And this person's poor actions is reflecting upon their poor character. So now people are seeing that this person really is of poor character. They have a lot of immaturities. They have a lack of moral compass. They are mean, they are nasty. They essentially need some help to get themselves better, and they just have to work on being a better person. Because no one is about to put up with their nonsense, and no one's about to be hurt and disrespected by a bad person. And we're not about to excuse this person's behaviors just because of their mental health or their hurt or their issues. No more excuses. You see, people are seeing this person for how corrupt and toxic they truly are, because this person is very conniving. They're very manipulative. They like to play the victim in situations and get people to feel sorry for them and get all of this pity. But now people are realizing, I don't want to see your crocodile tears. I don't want to hear your sob stories. I don't want to hear it no more. I'm sick of the excuses. I'm tired of it because you've been saying the same story over and over, the same excuses over and over, the same crutches over and over, and you refuse to change. You refuse to grow. You refuse to get better, and you continue to hurt other people in the process. I don't care about your excuses anymore, because now you're using that as a way to justify your behavior. And if you don't want anyone treating you this way, then why are you treating other people this way? You can dish it out, but you can't take it. So they're realizing that they're like, even if this person is family or is a relative or is someone that they have known for a long time, people are realizing they no longer want to deal with this person, and they're creating their distance. They're, not talking to this person is because they realize this person is very toxic. They're very disrespectful. They're very mean. They're very nasty. They're very rude. They're a bully. And they realize they no longer want to be around this person or have this person in their life, because it's like, you're not the type of person that I want to be around. You're not the type of character that I want to engage myself with. For the longest time, this person has so many people fooled to think that they're just this sweet, kind person, until this person's true colors continue to spill out and show. They also see this person as a liar, someone that is very dishonest about about things that they have done. They also see this person as very much so someone that is unwilling to take responsibility for their actions and unwilling to hold themselves accountable for the hurt that they have caused other people. Even when all of the proof and evidence, the proof is in the pudding, when all of the proof and evidence is staring at them in front of their face, they still don't want to admit their wrongs. This is very narcissistic energy. And it's at a point now where this person's foundation is crumbling. People are now seeing this person for how narcissistic and toxic they are, and people are no longer trusting this person. They're no longer seeing this person the same. They're like, no, this is really who you are, and I'm gonna move around. So they're losing a lot of allies, and they're creating a lot more enemies because it's all backfiring on them.